tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Hi everyone, welcome to Dharma Earth's Dose of Dharma, and this is a Dose of Dharma for today. So now we come to the last unsuitable speech, which is idle chatter, or we call prattler, P-R-A-T-T-L-E-R. To be a prattler, or someone who speaks idle speech, there are a few factors, a few examples. For example, a speaker of the untimely, for example, unfactual, useless, non-dharma, non-discipline, or speech that has no purpose. So in the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha gave some examples. For example, let's say to talk about kings and presidents, criminals, ministers, catastrophes, food, drink, fashion, jewelry, etc. And then also to talk about other aimless things and of the dead and something like that. So this is what we talk about all the time, isn't it so? Yeah, we may think that it is very important to talk about politics and about this and that war. But especially for meditators, the Buddha says that if one wants to attain Nibbana, then one should not talk about these things. The Buddha described such talk as low, L-O-W, low is of the villager, is a village talk of ordinary people, ignoble and unbeneficial, most importantly unbeneficial. And more importantly, the Buddha explains prattle or idle chat as not leading to disenchantment, not leading to dispassion, not leading to cessation, peace and Nibbana. Like that. So let's look into this a little bit. Doesn't it seem like all of us are talking about idle speech a lot of the time? Yeah, so this is a thing to be concerned with, isn't it? So let's see. Why is it bad? Right? So when we talk about kings, ministers, catastrophes, food, etc., we notice greed, hatred and delusion. So for example, we spend a long time talking about how bad such and such a president is or was, and so how terrible such and such a catastrophe was, because of hatred and delusion. Or we talk about how, how beautiful our house is, and food and everything, and all the entertainment and the pleasures of life. Then it's usually because of greed and delusion, isn't it so? So to enjoy talking about such things is greed and delusion. And it serves no good purpose, which relates to disenchantment, which relates to peace of mind and Nibbana. That's why that is no good. Like that. But if we are talking because of love, we will talk about wars because we want to help people make peace, that is a wholesome thing. But when we are doing that, we don't do it with a mind of anger, we're angry towards the other person. No. We're talking with a mind of love. We wish both parties to have peace, to have prosperity, and to be able to talk things nicely and reduce greed, hatred and delusion. Then this is wholesome. This is wholesome. So basically, if we are indulging in this kind of speech with greed, hatred, delusion mind, then this is idle chatter. But if we are trying to learn from it, we are trying to create more wholesome mind in ourselves and others with it, we are trying to create more good with it, then it is in accordance with Dharma because it is wholesome, and especially if it is pertaining to right view. Then after that, then in this kind of speech, these are not idle speech. So the topics are there, but if we talk about them, for example, we talk about wars and talk about death and all that. If we are talking about these things because we want to arise a sense of urgency or a sense of impermanence in somebody, then that is not idle speech. Then that is Dharma. Alright, that is in accordance with the laws of nature that brings good results. But if we indulge in this kind of speech with no aim, with just a mind simply to complain, especially with greed, hatred and delusion mind, then that is idle speech. So we have to be a little bit clear about this, because Buddha says talk about these topics, but if we are talking about them in accordance with Dharma, in accordance with the laws of nature that leads to good effect, to wholesome effects, good means wholesome, okay? Then that is not idle speech. So you must be a little bit clear about this. For example, the Buddha say talk about food. So when we talk about, oh, this food is enjoyable, this food is enjoyable, then that is greed and delusion, right? Then that is idle speech which has greed and delusion as its cause. But we are talking about what food is suitable to be taken in order for us to meditate better, then that is speech that has wisdom and also sometimes metta, because we love ourselves, we want to be able to meditate better so that we can bring more benefit to the world. Then that is not idle speech, that is wholesome speech. So is there any effect to saying idle speech? So according to Buddha's teaching, according to laws of cause and effect, so idle speech leads only to people not believing one says, even when one speaks the truth. These are when the conditions for the karmic seed to ripen, then it will show this kind of effect. But when the conditions have not ripened, then you will see that even though some people talk about idle speech all the time, but people still believe what they say. Yes, it is possible because the karma haven't ripened. But when the karma ripen, then it will cause people to not believe what one says. Like that, huh? Okay, so this is a more elaborate explanation about prattle or idle speech. So hopefully this is helpful to all of you. Actually, for idle speech, it looks like there's a lot to take note of. But actually, if we can follow one principle is whatever that we talk about, we do it with a mind that is non-greed, non-hatred and non-delusion. We do it with a mind that's full of love, full of compassion, full of wisdom, full of thinking to benefit ourselves and others. Then it will be very easy for us to restrain from falling into this idle speech. Like that. So not very easy. It looks like a lot of things, but actually the principle behind it is we don't indulge in all those kind of things, all those kind of speech, all those kind of topics with greed, hatred and delusion. Whatever that we say, whatever that comes out from our mouth, we just try to let it be non-greed, non-hatred and non-delusion. Let it be spoken with a mind of love, compassion and wisdom. Then it will be easy. Like that. Hopefully this sharing will be beneficial to all of you, and may all of us be able to restrain from uttering idle speech, or be able to restrain from prattle. And with this is a dose of Dhamma for today. I wish all of us to be well, peaceful and happy, and also may the Triple Gem bless all of us to be able to attain path, fruition and Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.